On the 6th of July 2025, KwaZulu-Natal's Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, alleged that a criminal syndicate involving cops, prison staff, judges, and politicians is holding South Africa hostage. Hi, I'm Caryn Dolley, and I'm an author and journalist at Daily Maverick. Mkhwanazi made several other astounding accusations. He alleged that a drug cartel, headquartered in Gauteng, with ties to South America and other countries, is ultimately controlling the state-saturated criminal syndicate. Listen to this press conference.
I can confirm before the South Africans today that the investigation which these members were involved with in Gauteng has unmasked the syndicate. And this syndicate involves, amongst others, politicians who are currently serving in Parliament. The law enforcement officers include the members of the South African Police Service, the Metro Police, and correctional services. They include prosecutors in Gauteng province, the judiciary, and all these are controlled by the drug cartel, as well as business people in that province of Gauteng.
Mkhwanazi also alleged Police Minister Nhlanhla, who has since been placed on leave, was in cahoots with the businessman turned crime suspect. Nhlanhla denied the accusations. President Cyril Ramaphosa has called this a grave national security concern, and he's launched a commission of inquiry into Mkhwanazi's accusations. So, let's break it down and take a closer look at some of Mkhwanazi's main claims. Is there a drug cartel with links to the state operating out of Gauteng? Now, we know drug trafficking is happening in and through the province. Just like in other parts of South Africa, regular drug busts make that clear. There have also been cases where police officers were arrested in connection with these crimes. In fact, the Hawks told me that officers have been implicated in cocaine interceptions, particularly those linked to Durban. Some of Mkhwanazi's claims align with what I've uncovered in my reporting on global trafficking through South Africa. He says drug shipments from South America often come in through Durban, and this holds up. I've reported extensively on how international traffickers, especially those operating out of Brazil, often use the port of Durban as a key entry point for narcotics into the country. Mkhwanazi also said that from KwaZulu-Natal, where Durban is located, the drugs are transported to another province, Gauteng, for processing and distribution. Police have before flagged this route, so Mkhwanazi seems to be on the mark here again. Further backing his drug assertions is what happened in KwaZulu-Natal in 2021. Between the 5th and 8th of November that year, the Hawks offices in Port Shepstone were broken into, and 200 million rands worth of cocaine was stolen. Many in cop circles saw it as an inside job, reinforcing suspicions that some police officers in South Africa are actively involved in global drug trafficking, just as Mkhwanazi has claimed. Mkhwanazi also made several accusations about firearms. He said an AK-47 and a pistol was seized after a 2024 murder in Gauteng, which was allegedly tied to Transnet tender corruption. Those guns, he claimed, are linked to cases involving high-profile artists in the province. But according to Mkhwanazi, prosecutors still haven't acted to enable arrests. There have been shootings targeting high-profile figures in Gauteng, and as of mid-July 2025, some of those cases still haven't led to suspects being detained, including for the killing of DJ Somebody, Opa John Sifoka. Sifoka and his apparent bodyguard, who went by the name Walter Sibusiso, were gunned down in Gauteng in November 2022. Now, DJ Somebody was involved in running entertainment venues, and he had ties to an alleged 28's gang boss in the Western Cape. Various assassinations with suspected drug links have happened there, and this arena gets even murkier. I found out that DJ Somebody's bodyguard, Walter Sibusiso, had previously worked for a company called Cat VIP Protection. This is based on photos from his social media. Now, that company was founded by Vusi Cat Nhlanhla, who was once awarded a 360 million rand police contract, later terminated, and who's also been linked to an attempted murder case in Gauteng. That's according to allegations. Now, he's the same person Mkhwanazi claims is bankrolling the political ambitions of the police minister who has since been placed on leave, Nhlanhla, who has denied these links. Mkhwanazi is correct about one thing though. Several high-profile shootings in Gauteng remain unresolved, with no arrests made as I speak now. Mkhwanazi created the impression that South Africa's crime intelligence unit was deliberately dismantled, possibly to block key investigations. Here's what we do know. At the end of June 2025, the unit's head, Dumisani Khumalo, and 6 others were arrested over an allegedly irregular appointment. But months earlier, police had warned Parliament that Khumalo was being targeted because he was trying to clean up the historically corrupt Crime Intelligence Division. The alleged targeting came through claims which circulated in the media and on social media platforms that Khumalo was appointing allies to key positions. This is basically what he was arrested for, and that case is ongoing. So, while it's not yet clear if crime intelligence was intentionally imploded, it is clear that the unit has effectively ruptured. Where does this leave us? Overall, in terms of drugs, guns, shootings, and the depth and breadth of suspected state corruption in these arenas, Mkhwanazi's assertions are correct and not entirely new. The timing of his claims seems crucial. He spoke out just 10 days after the crime intelligence arrests and questioned the motive behind them. He even said he heard he may be arrested, suggesting it was because he's confronting a cartel he believes is operating out of Gauteng. I've spent years reporting on state corruption and policing, covering countless allegations and writing 4 books on the subject. We know rogue law enforcers work with gangsters. We know politicians benefit from skullduggery. We know street-level shootings may be deadly flashpoints of state capture. We know smear campaigns are used to intentionally distort truth. This happens globally. But in South Africa, which has never truly got a chance to recover from state greed and destructive captors, it is an ultimate betrayal. Let's hope that this developing political policing scandal is a chance to finally expose those truly in the wrong, those selling us out. If you appreciate this work, support our journalism by becoming a Maverick Insider. You'll find the details in the caption below.